Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. It is a absolutely beautiful Tuesday afternoon now here in South Alabama. We're getting some more fall-like temperatures now. It's about a high of 75 today, low humidity. We're getting high 40s in the evening, and I'm very, very happy. So I'm actually going to shoot this video and then probably go down to the park and do an outside video today. So right now I want to talk about raw vegan on a budget. Is it expensive? You hear people talk about this all the time. So I do videos every day. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button now and then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. And even if you're already subscribed, think you're already subscribed, check that little send notifications because YouTube's definitely unsubscribing people again. I can just tell I've got my eyes on those things. So anyhow, is raw vegan expensive? No, it's not expensive. Now, I can already anticipate there's somebody out there cracking the knuckles about to just fire off an angry response to that. I stick by my answer. No, it's not expensive. It's not expensive unless you are a fanatic about it. It's not expensive unless you're one of the dogmatic raw is law, raw above everything, every bite must be raw. If you're a fanatic about it, if you're the food police type, if you're a perfectionist in life, yes, this lifestyle can get quite expensive. I see people talking all the time. I've seen videos, I've read about it where people are just like shredding this lifestyle about how expensive it is. And what I normally see them going for are specialty items and things that are kind of bonus, might be nice to have, but are not absolutely necessary. Like the one and only Vitamix. I love my Vitamix. I would hate to lose my Vitamix, even though I've only had mine for less than a year, got along without it. Would hate to lose it, but not necessary at all. I'm over 5 years on this lifestyle and have had a Vitamix less than a year, so you do the math. Yeah, I've had other things. I had a NutriBullet. I've had a Ninja. I still have a Ninja. All of these are lesser priced machines. Less than $100 you can get one, but if you can't even get that, you can do this lifestyle with a beater blender, just an old $25, $35 blender. So, you know, it's like everything else in life. I don't know why a lot of people think this raw vegan lifestyle would be different than anything else. Depending on your budget, you adapt and you do the best you can, but you don't throw it completely out the window just because you can't do a certain version of the raw vegan lifestyle, or maybe can't eat like you want to eat, or you can't eat like you see the people eating at the little shishi restaurants and with all the gadgets and with big fancy kitchens. But there's still a lot of benefits to be gained from this lifestyle. When it comes to the food, I'm gonna keep this like I just got back this morning. I was out at Walmart catching up with some, catching up, trying to build my food back up after having been gone for 4 days. And I'm thinking, okay, you guys know I'm in South Alabama. I'm in a little town of 8,000 in South Alabama. So between my local Walmart, like what I could get today between my Walmart, our one little grocery store in the town, and our curb market, I could get bananas. I can get bananas all day long. And bananas are the base of my lifestyle anyway, whether I'm in the tropics down in Costa Rica, although they're much better down there. Bananas, they're a lot more expensive here in the States, but they're still, in the big picture, they're not that expensive. I mean, like I talked about a lot of times before, I was kind of foolish with my money. I'd drink and throw down money for eating in restaurants and stuff all the time. So I guess it's all relative. So bananas, that's the base of my lifestyle. If all else goes to hell, I can always get my bananas, and I can get plenty of them. So bananas, reasonable. Even at the prices up here, I could eat 7 or 8 banana meal. And it's not going to be that much. It might be $2. It might be a little bit more than what it would cost me in Costa Rica. What else has been available? I've been here for 3 months now, and I've been getting mangoes the whole time I've been here. So I would say that if you look around a little bit, most people in the States now, I'm thinking if I'm getting them in Alabama, most people get some sort of an option for mangoes. Maybe not. Maybe they're not any good. Strawberries. There's always strawberries in the grocery store. They may not be organic, and they may be part of that dirty dozen. And so, your mileage may vary on that. To be quite honest, I don't eat a lot of strawberries, but I'm still not fanatic enough that I would not eat strawberries. I would, probably soak them in vinegar. And all this goes back to, once again, like I say, some food police will start tearing things apart and say, we shouldn't eat this and you shouldn't eat that unless it's organic, and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. You do the best you can, That's the whole name of the game right there. If you can afford the best of the best, if you want the best of the best, more power to you. But we're talking about almost kind of like, you get into kind of a survival mentality. I can do this. I can still live, and I can still thrive. So I've got access to plenty of bananas. There's always apples in the store. It may not be the greatest quality, but it's still, and also too, when people get into this whole, they're snobbish about organic or they're snobbish about the quality of things, I totally agree. I would love to, and I'm working towards eating fully organic. I'm not eating any organic right now. That's why I'm busting my ass up here to try to get the money to move exactly where I want to move. Working towards eating the best of the best. But so what's the option? If I can't get the best of the best, if I can't get optimal fruit, am I better off just going back and eating a cheeseburger? Am I better off just eating something, frozen, you pop in the oven, processed food? No. I still think that fruit, the best fruit you can get, is still the best option. What else can I get around here? Let's see. We got bananas, we got apples, we got strawberries. There have been peaches around pretty much since I got here. Now they will disappear. Persimmons are starting to show up. So there's very few places that are just absolutely devoid of fruit. And like I say, somebody will say, but my place is, and there's nothing here. Well, if you're in a place where there is no fruit, then don't know why you're trying to be raw vegan in a place where there is no fruit. It doesn't compute. But there's, like I say, I can get my hands on plenty of things here in South Alabama. I'm not fanatic about being 100% raw, although as I spend more and more time here, I eat less cooked food. I really don't eat that much cooked food. But if you've got to get those calories in, don't be a purist. I'm going to keep going back and back and back and harping on that subject. Do this lifestyle the cleanest way, the best way you can. If you got to supplement with sweet potatoes or something like that, don't beat yourself up over that. We're working towards being healthy. We're not working towards getting our little gold star, our little name tag that announces us as a fully raw vegan. And that fully raw mentality is what brings people down all the time. Not to say that fully raw doesn't feel best for me. I'm very in tune with how I feel when I'm eating the cooked food, and even though I don't throw that cooked food under the bus, most of the cooked food is getting to where I can tell it bringing me down just a little bit, even if it's just the digestion part of it. But just trying to get creative with this lifestyle. There's so many recipes out there. Like sometimes I'm just like, trying to come up with ideas for new videos to do. And I just kind of get out there and brainstorm. And I get on YouTube and I get on Google and I just do searches like RawTube with different combinations of words. And you can see a ton of videos on how to make this thing work on a budget. I'm not giving so many practical tips. This is just talking about how you can do it on a budget. But I saw lots of good little practical tips out there. But yeah, bananas and greens. Bananas and greens. I knew I can go back. I can get in my time machine and go back 6 months to when I'm sitting on that mountain in Costa Rica, and how I was already thinking in my head how this thing was going to play out. And I just remember thinking, if worst comes to worst and I'm not getting anything, how is this going to go? That I would just go to ground and just get tons of bananas and tons of greens. Because I like my green smoothies. I like greens. Bananas are good. So I can go for a long time, and I can go a long way with simply just a lot of bananas and a lot of greens. bananas, greens. You buy yourself some chia seeds, get some hemp seeds. Okay, now you're starting to get things that aren't strictly, fruits and vegetables. But I think I got like a container. I've had a container of chia seeds that was about $10, $12, and I've been using them for probably 6 weeks, 2 months now, and it's maybe still got about a third of it left. So, it can be done. I don't even really see it as being a problem whatsoever. Not even the slightest problem. Once again, I'll go back to the very beginning of the video. It becomes an expensive lifestyle. It becomes this whole little drama when you're fanatic about it, and when you put this pressure on yourself that you have to be a fully raw vegan. There's lots of reasonably priced food out there now. For just a few tips, check all the stores in your area. If they have like a table where the ugly table where they put the fruit when it starts getting spotted, which is perfect for us usually when they put it on that table. Get to know your area. Talk to some of the grocers. Sometimes the grocers, if you get a little relationship going with them, they'll work something out, or maybe they just like you and throw you some food here and there. Just search online, search for recipes. When you have a little time, go to YouTube, raw vegan recipes, low fat raw vegan recipes, do combinations of words, find yourself some recipes you like. Before you even go, start thinking with a mentality of money. If you see some recipes you like, and you get to the recipes and they have some more expensive ingredients in there, improvise. Figure out how you can substitute for those expensive ingredients, or figure out how you can make yourself a version of whatever it is without using all these tools and products. Listen, I feel you. Listen, now that I'm back in the States again, and I was in Whole Foods last week, if you start seeing some of these raw vegans do their Whole Foods thing and showing their little she stuff and eating out in your LA and New York dining places all the time for raw food, yeah, this thing can look she and it can look very expensive. I just got a little taste of that. I'm just on the Gulf Coast of Florida, and you saw some of the stuff I was sharing, but I was eating at a restaurant. So yes, it was expensive to eat there, but that was vacation. That was not everyday reality. And I don't think that should be everyday reality for anybody, even if you can afford it, because I'm back to lightening up fruits and vegetables and smoothies for at least for the next week. Because that heavy food, that just kind of, I can feel it. So anyhow, this is not an expensive, don't just listen. If you don't want to do the lifestyle, don't do the lifestyle. But I don't know, it just kind of irks me sometimes when I see people coming up with excuses that are easily overcome. So once again, this lifestyle is not expensive. You only make it expensive if you try to be perfect with it, and you're just a little too dogmatic about the whole raw thing. So anyhow, just my 2 cents worth. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.